Hey everybody, Beaumont Enterprise sports reporter Avi Zalen here alongside,
David Baird.
as you might tell, we are in the friendly confines of AT&T Stadium in Arlington. I know the background's not real pretty because we are in the interview room and it's kind of turned around, but you get to see our faces, so that should more than make up for it. Real quick, we witnessed Newton losing the 3A Division II championship game to Wascom. Did I pronounce that right?
Oscar.
Wascom, 41-22. David, you are far more familiar with this Eagles team than I am, being that this is the first time I've seen them play this year. Just give us a couple of your thoughts from this game.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing I took from it was this is one of the very few times this year, probably ever, that you'll see a Newton team not be the most athletic, fastest team on the field. I mean, there were times that Wascom, they were cruising, but they were just as fast or faster than Newton. They ran a triple option, which Newton shut down very early, but after that, they just couldn't adjust to, and it was tough for them. And I think you'd agree that probably the biggest play of the game, Newton scores a touchdown. They lead 8-7. They seem to have all the momentum. And next play, the kickoff, Chan Amy takes it, I want to say 88 yards
Yes.
up the visiting sidelines for a touchdown. And it seemed like after that, Wascom just kind of kept it going the whole game and never gave momentum back.
And Chan Amy's a kid that was all over the field throughout the entire night. I mean, this kid's almost single-handedly, I would say, sunk Newton. He runs back the kickoff return, and then in the third quarter, he forces a fumble. Newton was pinned at their own 2 thanks to a great Wascom punt.
Yep.
And then Amy forces the fumble, and Wascom falls in it to only add, I guess, to the momentum. It ends up that the Wildcats score 27 unanswered points between the second and third quarter. Actually, one of the things I wrote about in my story is that if you only took the first quarter and the fourth quarter of this game, Newton wins 14-7, which is kind of crazy to think about considering the final score was 41-22. So, like you said, that kickoff was huge, huge momentum. Something else we kind of spoke about, I think briefly in the press box, is that it was about getting to the corner in this game. It was about being able to turn the run, because these were both teams that just ran. I know Wascom didn't even attempt to pass. I think Newton might have had.
Yeah, it looked like Wascom.
4.
It looked like Wascom attempted one, but I think they ruled it a backwards lateral.
Mhm.
But yeah, what happened?
Newton had one pass.
Yeah, they completed one, which actually went for a
Maybe
touchdown. They completed a screen pass from Ronnie Elam to Gabe Foster. And but yeah, the corner was huge today on the kick return. I said it as it was developing. I said, don't let Amy get to the corner. Don't let him get to the corner. He gets to the corner, and he really didn't have much trouble from there. And Newton's biggest problem stopping the triple option, they stopped it up the middle pretty much, but you get the pitches. They had the
It
jet
seemed
sweeps.
like they stopped the first or second guy, but
Yeah.
then it was the third guy that they needed to worry about because Newton was pounding some of those guys when it came to the ball, but the ball wasn't there. There was a player, but the ball wasn't
And that's what the triple option is. You could have, you could be 2/3 right, but that 1/3 wrong will hurt you.
That'll get you.
So they got to the corner, and sometimes the quarterback for Wascom, he'd just take the ball up the middle, and I mean, you look and you don't think that he got that many yards, but he got about 5 or 6.
Wascom outgains Newton 350 yards to 259. Like I said, all the Wildcats yards were on the ground. David, real quick, just kind of a wrap-up of Newton's season. It was kind of up and down there. They go on a big run. Just kind of encompass for us kind of this whole journey that they went through.
Yeah, I mean, they start the season out 1-3, and people kind of were down on them, and they played all 4A teams in non-district. They played Henderson, and made a deep playoff run. Tatum made a deep playoff run. West Orange, they're playing them
tomorrow.
Yeah, and even Orangeville, who beat them, they won a playoff game. So people kind of wrote them off, but that West Orange game, they win. West Orange goes up to Newton. West Orange plays the game of their lives, and they win it. And this is the next time that they lose. It's tough.
11 straight.
11 straight wins.
It's hard.
It's tough for the kids in the team, I'm sure, in the community, because you never want to lose your last game. But you win 11 straight. I tweeted it out. You don't get to the state championship game if you had a bad season.
Not by accident.
It doesn't matter how high the expectations are at a program. You don't get to a state championship game and call it a bad season. Just call me crazy. I know Newton. They have high expectations up there, but their season, they had a great season. They made it farther than people thought after they started 1-3. But no, hats off to the Eagles and Coach W.T. Johnson, and I hope they get back after it next year.
Real quick, WT alluded to it in the postgame. He talked about that one of the components of this journey throughout the season is that he wasn't even supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Not because his team wasn't supposed to be here, but he personally was not even supposed to make it to this point. With his illness, he had a quote that said a lot of things are going to have to happen, in order for him to be back next year. So certainly our thoughts and prayers are with him, and hope that his health improves, and those things need to happen because he's really a cool guy.
He's a great guy.
He's a straight
shooter.
I don't have turds playing for me, so that helps.
He's an honest guy. He was diagnosed with lung disease in October 2012, and he's been fighting through it. There's been more than one time where he's been called in to get that double lung transplant, and it hadn't been a perfect match, and it needs to be for him to get the transplant. So you certainly hope that if this was his last game, you wish it could have ended better, but hopefully he does get that double lung transplant sometime in the off season, and he is able to come back and coach. He said he could do it till he was 80 if he wanted, but I hope he can.
Gotcha, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching this little video podcast, I guess, that we did. Again, congratulations to Newton on a great season. Certainly nothing to hang your heads about. David, anything else you want to say real quick?
Yeah, we got one more. We got one more tomorrow. West Orange and Gilmer. It's not going to be easy for them either. But hey, listen, if people expected Newton was favored tonight, and look what happened. So maybe if Gilmer's favored, West Orange can turn it around. But we'll see.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.